Good evening. Peter Kay. I'm a Ridgewood parent, 821 Arrow Lane. Education is a vital part of Ridgewood life. It is what has provided us as adults with opportunities and success, and is the foundation upon which our children will build to ensure their prosperity. The statistics speak for themselves. Our high school graduation rate is 97% as compared to 80% for the rest of the country. Between 55 and 75% of Ridgewood adults have a bachelor's degree or higher, in contrast to 30% of American adults. Whenever I meet somebody who is looking to move to the area, they almost always predictably say, "Oh, you live in Ridgewood? I've heard they have a great school district." When my wife and I were moving back to the tri-state area, one of the most important factors that led us to settle in Ridgewood was the reputation of the school district. Both my wife and I come from families of educators, and both of us have gone on to be successful professionals. The reason for our success is not our athletic prowess or our quick-witted business sense. It is education. Abigail Adams said, "Learning is not attained by chance. It must be sought for with ardor and attended to with diligence." As Ridgewood parents, that is what each and every one of us has done for our children. We sought out the best school district in the region and invested in the community. Ridgewood Public School District is one of the best, not because of the Chromebooks and the smart boards. It is the best because of its teachers, who do attend to our children's education with diligence day in and day out. My children go to Hawes Elementary School and BF Middle School. The teachers who my daughters have had exemplify what an educator should be and what we, the Ridgewood community, expect an educator to be. Mr. Truback stayed after school each week to help my daughter work through issues she was having with reading. I recall a conversation with him which he stated, "I think I've clicked with your daughter and understand how she thinks." He customized and implemented a plan that would help her excel. Her reading improved drastically thanks to the personalized attention he gave her during his free time. This same daughter benefited from the similar attention that she got from Mrs. Pfeiffer, who this year has been helping her decipher some of the harder math in the curriculum. On another occasion, we received an email and a call from my other daughter, about my other daughter, from Mrs. Raup. She was reaching out to us because she was concerned about how hard our daughter was on herself, and if she didn't understand the math assignment and its effect on her morale. Excuse me. She advised us and worked with our daughter to boost her confidence and advance her through math successfully. That same daughter spends lunch once a week with Mr. Kronk, who is helping her publish an essay that she composed. Mr. Truback, Mrs. Pfeiffer, Mrs. Raup, and Mr. Kronk, all of which have families of their own, never hesitated to cut into their own time to help my children. Their actions came not out of obligation, but out of interest and concern. As a community, Ridgewood residents have great expectations and set high standards for the education that their children are to receive. By not supporting our teachers, we are doing a great disservice to our children. The community's sense of entitlement blinds reality. I walk through Hawes Elementary School and see the colorful bulletin boards covered with our children's creative projects that the teachers have decorated. I see the teachers dressed in elaborate costumes for Halloween, marching along with our children in the Halloween parade. The teachers show up at extracurricular events such as International Fair and Hawes Under the Stars. They can be seen supporting and cheering on our children at the Kids Night Talent Show, the school play, and the Ridgewood Memorial Day Run, outside of normal working hours. They routinely give so much more than is required by contract. Our children are entitled to reading, writing, and arithmetic. We live in Ridgewood because we want and expect more. Education is more than a luxury. It is a responsibility that society owes to itself. As a member of Ridgewood society, it is our responsibility to support our educators and ensure that they are treated as members of our society and compensated as the well-trained, highly educated professionals that repeatedly go beyond the call of duty and exceed the high standards that we take for granted. Thank you.